What's up, everybody, and welcome to Weekday Wagers Live on a Friday. I am your host, Daniel Greer, and with me today are the two guys, and it is Robbie and Mark that will be joining me very so shortly. Yesterday on the show, we went 1-1, so a little Splitsville, but today is the day you get your six-pack to get you ready for the weekend. We're going to have 5 plays that are going to be for tonight, and then I have one for Saturday. It is the NBA or not the finals. My God, I'd be rushing everything through. I'd be simulating through, which I wanted to do the entire Grizzlies season. But we're going to have the NBA playoffs that actually start Saturday. Tonight's the last play-in games. And so I know that we have a game on that one on one of the games for sure. But also what we're going to do is play a fun game. And you're more than welcome to play along with us because I would love to be able to see everybody's insight, as well as after the show, I'll be able to clip this and maybe put it out on social media and see if everybody could choose who has the better team. But we're going to draft a Major League Baseball team, but we're only going to do 5 players. We're going to have 3 position players, 3 hitters, and then 2 pitchers. So very simple, 5 players. We'll go around with each other and just kind of see draft style who can pick the best team between me, Robbie, and Mark. But as always, we will show off our newest member that got into the saloon. I believe it was 2 weeks ago. I wasn't here last Friday, so if she would forgive me, I would appreciate it. But we have our new mug to get into the saloon. But that's all we got. All right, let's get this thing. Enough of my blabbering. Let's bring in the fellas. Marky Model. What up, man?
DG, Rob. Wow. Look, so excited for today, right? It's kind of interested to see who you guys are going to pick for this baseball team. I think this is going to be a lot of fun, but excited to get into this. We got some NHL playoff hockey starting this weekend. NBA playoffs are going. Baseball is doing its baseball thing. I'm here for it.
Yeah, speaking of plays, Boogie's coming in already. He's like, Guy Santos, we're going over 12.5 points. He plays for the Warriors if you're looking for it. That's a really good look because I do not like Phoenix. I don't like their size. And Guy Santos could actually get some run. Unfortunately, when I played him this season, like twice, he for some reason just never played the fourth quarter. So he's dead to me. So is Steve Kerr. But who's not dead to me is the WrestleMania weekend, Robbie. Are you excited?
I'm very excited. It's going to be the first year I have to bootleg this pay-per-view, but I will be watching it.
Let's get this guy out of here. We are not doing anything illegal here at Weekday Wagers.
We cannot condone any of those activities.
We're not sure what you just heard, but Robbie, I hear you're going to be watching WrestleMania this weekend, right?
Yes, I will be watching WrestleMania. Somehow, some way, I will find a way to watch WrestleMania.
Yeah, it's called the ESPN app. Just get the unlimited version. You know what I mean?
Yeah. They get enough money from Saudi Arabia. I don't need to pay them any more of my hard-earned money.
Okay. Yeah. We're going to a friend's house, Rob.
Yeah, we're just going to the friend's house, not the FBI's house. We're going to go to the friend's house. All right, well, let's get this show going. And honestly, I don't like beating around the bush and just kind of just hanging out. We have stuff we want to do and get to, and I want to honestly draft our team. Don't put your finger up to me. What do you want?
I was just going to say, I don't know if you guys heard this or not, but there's a baseball game that's starting in just a matter of minutes.
Today?
Today.
Okay.
During our show?
During our show.
Nobody has any clue why we're doing this.
Why this is so funny to us. Look, it is the afternoon game. And if you want a little live wager while we're kind of picking out our all-time baseball team, absolutely, Joe. Joe says NRFI Mark, 100%. I love this game, this early game for the NRFI. As I'm looking at it, let me pull up the stats real quick on this. You got Griffin and Ashcraft going. They have both been lights out to start the season in the first inning. They're right. Ashcraft has a 11. Excuse me.
I feel like he's talking, but he's not talking, if that makes any sense.
I'm getting the wrong one.
The ventriloquist.
You're supposed to move your mouth when your dummy talks.
Kodai Senga and Edward Cabrera. The Mets and the Cubs. NRFI. Trust me.
Source. Trust me, bro. All right. Well, we're gonna
I could bore you with stats, but no.
We're gonna make sure we'll make sure we follow along once it goes live. I believe it is a 2:20 start. Is that correct?
Yes.
All right. So imagine because they never start on time, it'll probably be like 2:22 or something like that. But we'll make sure here in about 15 or so minutes we'll be tuning into it. But yes, looks like Joe had it at minus 120. So that's a good look. I do have a question before we go to our picks. Looks like Joe's having interactions with Vegas wrestling fans because in Vegas at the sports book. Rob, if you had to give him some advice, what should I ask these smelly fans when they bug him tonight?
I would just try to do the COVID era and stay 6 feet apart from them. And if they have a championship belt, challenge them to a fight, Joe. Challenge them to a fight. Say, me and you right now for the belt. See who wins.
No.
Why?
What you do, Joe? You ask them, who is the greatest all-time wrestler?
Oh.
And then no matter what they say, just say, you're wrong. You need to go check out the top 5 list that Daniel Greer just dropped. That is the all-time greatest wrestling list ever compiled.
And Joe, you will not die. You're talking about people who drink Mountain Dew like it's water and smoke a pack a day. You've got
100%.
this, Joe.
Yeah. And like wrestling fans, I call them smellies. I'm a wrestling fan, but if you go to an event, you understand why. A lot of them haven't seen the light of day on a normal daily basis, but there are some cool ones that you'll find. Usually it's the more dads, the ones that were in the attitude era that now have kids and they still watch it, but like we try to watch it when we can and we enjoy it. But if they're walking around, like Robbie said, with a belt on their shoulder, I promise you, those are the smellies. So be careful, but if you can, challenge them to that belt because I guarantee it, they'll figure out a way to get out of that because that's their prized possession. Why else would they walk around with it on their shoulder?
I don't know if they're the smellies. Those belts are expensive. I think it might be the one probably wearing like a Sami Zayn shirt. That'd be the one that would be probably smelly.
Hey, I got a Sami shirt on today. Hey, be careful.
I had that same shirt. That's why I made the joke.
All right. So it's just a dude last night asked to bet gymnastics. Well, that was
Are there lines on that?
Yeah.
So the many Gators flips. Have a great gymnastics team.
I don't know. So many flips. All right. Well, let's go ahead and get to our 6-pack. That way we can get to that. We can watch along with the NRFI that we're going to be playing live today. But before then, let's hear from our guy, Seabass.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your boy, Seabass, the only 5-star chef in the game. We all know sports betting is full of bad beats and tough calls, but when it comes to flavor, there's no second guessing. Bassett's Blends is the plus EV lock of every meal. We don't need a stinking model. Crafted with winning spices and bold taste, Bassett's Blends comes in 3 flavors, original, hot, and no salt, that's gonna turn chicken, steak, vegetables, any dish into a can't-miss cover every night. With Bassett's Blends, there's no bad beats, no flavor fades, just guaranteed greatness. Check out the link right here where you can pick up your Bassett's Blends for a guaranteed lock every single night.
Oh my goodness. I wasn't expecting that. All right, so let's roll with it. Let's start with the blowout in the Mile High. That's right, the Dodgers are taking on the Colorado Rockies. I'm taking the Dodgers minus 2.5 at minus 130. Yes, this is where the market starts forcing you to lay a number that honestly, I don't think it's still high enough. The Dodgers are absolutely rolling right now. 8 of the last 10, offense humming. Now they get to take that into Coors Field where games can get out of hand in a hurry. You've got Tyler Glasnow on the mound. And while the ERA doesn't jump off the page, the strikeout consistency does. He's missing bats, limiting damage. And against a lineup like Colorado's that doesn't have much depth to begin with, that's a huge problem. This is one of those spots where if Glasnow gives you even a solid 5, maybe 6 innings, the bullpen just they don't have to do anything because their offense is going to take over and just cruise control this one already. Speaking of the damage that this Dodgers lineup is capable of, leading the leagues in runs. They're producing in every single category, and now they're stepping into the most hitter-friendly environment in baseball. That's a recipe for crooked numbers. I love this spot, especially Even at -2.5, I think this is one where they can easily cover. And then we're going to the Bay, and we're going to take another nerfy action, and we're going to go with the Chicago White Sox and the Athletics. No run first inning at -110. We don't have to overthink this one. Both these lineups have already shown that they struggled to get anything going early, and the numbers back that up. The White Sox are hitting just 143 in the first. They are a swing and miss club right now. They are not stringing together quality at bats at all. And on the other side, you got Oakland, who's even worse. They're 136. They've only scored one first inning run all season long. I love this spot for a nerfy. I get Davis Martin, who is pitching for the White Sox. He has had an absolutely solid first inning stats, 0.00 ERA and a .50 whip. On the other side, you have Aaron Savali. He has not been tested at home for the Athletics. However, he is 2-1 nerfy on the season, and he has a 1.0 first inning whip. Don't expect any runs in the first inning in that one.
There we go. Who knows what's happening? I may have pushed the button, may not. Look, we're going to go Jake Bowers. I'm going to call him Jack Bowers off the show 24. I never watched that show, but I heard he was a badass in it. But we're going to take him tonight for 2+ hits, runs, and RBIs at +105. Jake has 3 home runs and 7 RBIs in his last 6 games. He's going to be facing Jansen Junk tonight. With a name like Junk, you know he's a shitty pitcher. He's going to struggle against left-handed batters like he has all year, allowing a 3.94 OBA, a 6.06 slug, and a 2.12 ISO. Given that Bowers has recorded 5 home runs in just 54 at-bats this year against right-handed pitchers, he boasts a 6.25 slugging, and he only needs one swing to clear this line. I think he gets the 2+ hits, runs, and RBIs. I also like him to go yard. And then we're going to go to my guy, Big Amish Nick Kurtz. It's Fridays, and when it's on Friday, we bet Nick Kurtz because last year he did nothing but dominate. He batted a .333 with a 7.82 ISO and had 10 home runs on Friday. Not just that, it's bobblehead night. And I didn't even know it was bobblehead night when I put this play in, thanks to DG. He sent me the text. But they're giving out big Amish bobbleheads to Nick Kurtz. He's gone 1-2 against against Martin last year. It's the White Sox. The White Sox suck. I know the Athletics aren't very good, but it's the White Sox. Look at Big Amish to clear 2+ hits, runs, and RBIs at -135, and I think he goes yard as well.
I don't know what's happening today, but anyway, we're going to try to fix this thing eventually. It threw off all of our pictures off the slide. So you know what? Screw you, StreamYard. I'm going to go to Charlotte Hornets here. We're going to take this at -2.5. It's at -122. But when I look at this game tonight, I just think Orlando is a dysfunctional mess. And so I have this game actually at a 7-point win for Charlotte here. They are the better team. Unfortunately, they're playing on the road. But when I look at how these teams are playing out, in all honesty, like Orlando just seems like they can't get much going now that has entered back into the lineup. And so he's not scoring the ball out from the basket that much. I just think Concanipple, who stunk it up in that first game, the lights were a little too bright for him. I think that they're able to bounce back and actually have a really good game tonight and help me out with my Grizzlies because we own that Orlando Magic pick. That gives us another little bias, but another pick in the lottery. All right, let's go to this next game here for Saturday, and it's going to be the Atlanta Hawks at +5.5. It's at -110. The Hawks are honestly a team that's playing really well. The Knicks, they played really well as of late too, but what teams are they really beating up this late into the season when most teams are actually trying to lose? Because of that, I think Atlanta has enough size to be able to handle Cat, but also enough size on the point guard position to be able to handle Jalen Brunson. I know it's going to be in the Garden. I don't worry about that. It's Saturday. The Hawks, I think they cover, and they actually have a really good chance to win this game as well as win the series. And that's really what I'm looking forward to. This is one of my favorite series of the entire weekend is the Atlanta Hawks and the New York Knicks. All right, boys. Now that we've finally figured out the guard, maybe it was my fault, maybe not. But we do have, I wanted to get to real quick. Do you think that Jake Bowers is somehow kin, Robbie, to Jack Bauer?
If he hits my cash, or if he cashes my prop tonight, yes, absolutely. If not, no, there's no relation at all.
Yeah. Have you seen 24?
Nope, never have.
Ooh.
I keep calling Kiefer Sutherland Kiefer Sherwood because he's a player for the San Jose Sharks. So every time I see his name, I want to call him Kiefer Sherwood, and it's not right either.
I didn't hear anything you said. I'm still shocked that you haven't seen 24. Like, that shocks me. Like, literally. Like, I'm not at a loss for words here.
But I know who Kiefer Sutherland is. I know it was a big show, and he's like a badass in that show. So that's why maybe hopefully Jake Bowers is a badass tonight.
Mark, you've seen 24, right?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
I don't get it. I'm just going to move on. I do have another question here, and this is going to be not a question to Mark, but this is how do you feel? Mark, looks like Friday is a shampoo and conditioner day.
No, it's not.
It's not?
No.
So your hair is normally like this?
Yes. Except usually I have it up because it's hotter than hell and starts sweating all over me. Then, yes, usually it's up. But today it was down because it's kind of chilly, a little rainy. It feels nice and comfortable. My hair can be down. We've got a couple of gigs going tomorrow, so got to get in that rock star kind of mode.
Robbie, I think we might have offended somebody. Boogie. I love Boogie. Boogie's an OG here as well. He's saying that he might be as smelly with his New York Giants WWE belt. What do you say to that?
Well, one is the Giants. So, yep, that's a check mark. And it's a wrestling belt. Which, yep, I know they're expensive. And I know I can't afford deodorant either because of how expensive they are. I do like telling my kids who have no clue that I won those belts off the Giants. And they believe me.
My friend has a belt. It's the big gold, the WCW one. And I've always thought it was cool. My fantasy football team, not our team, but our league, I designed it myself literally way back in the day. It's 10 plus years old at this point, but it's on the white leather. And then it has it's big silver because the gold just didn't look right, but it's the big silver area that has the playoff, whatever, the fantasy football playoffs. Anyway, I designed it myself. I thought it was cool way back in the day. So that's the only belt I've ever had or owned for that 1 year or for a year at a time. And so, yes, that's one on my list, but I don't think belts aren't cool. So just aware that Boogie, we're completely joking. And honestly, if you're normal, just know you're not as smelly. That's all it takes. If you're normal, you're not smelly.
And Joe, I'm not as smelly. I wash my hair every day, pal. Every day. So I can't admit that I wash my hair.
So no smellies today. All right. Well, let's get in your saloon shots. I see Scotty's already done his, which is nice. He's also saying Steph three's over 4.5 at plus 105. That's a huge number. But you know what? If Steph's going to go out swinging, he's going to go out jacking up some shots. I also saw Boogie came in with Kobe White over 13.5 points, which is a good look. Kobe White has been, he played so well last game. Should play well again. I think it all depends on really how Con Knipple plays. I know he didn't play great, but he got more uptick in minutes. But Kobe White's been playing great as of late. Mark or Rob, I guess we'll start with Mark. Any looks at this D-backs Blue Jays game tomorrow? Nate's got home plate tickets.
Damn. Interesting.
That's crazy.
I'll get right back to you. Let me pull that up on the Sims.
Yeah, I want to look at that. So who is the team? I'm off the screen. D-backs Blue Jays. What time is that game? Does anybody can ever pull that up?
I'll tell you in 1 second. It
D-backs Saturday, 7:10 p.m.
Yep.
In Phoenix. I think that's where they play, right?
8:10 Eastern, 7:10 your time.
Yes. Yeah, God's time.
God's time.
Max Scherzer, Zach Gallen. Ooh. Bro, that's a really good matchup.
Yeah, for a treat.
Do you know what's surprising is as good of a pitching matchup as that should be? The model has it projected to go over. It has it at 9.41 as far as projected runs, with Arizona winning.
Wow, that's cool. All right, well, hopefully a great matchup. Hopefully you're going to see some dingers. That would be cool. So I'm a big fan of that. All right, well, this should be a fun weekend just overall. We're going to have the game starting here in just a few minutes. We'll make sure we watch along with that. we're going to get the pleasantries out of the way within this new MLB draft. So if you're going to be watching, we're going to be doing this, drafting our team, and we'll kind of just break it all down real fast. I'm going to assign each guy a number. We're going to spin the wheel, and we're going to do draft style. First round is 1, 2, 3. Second round is 2, 3, 1. Third round is 3, 1, 2. Okay. So it's going to go instead of snake draft. So everybody's aware, we'll all have our numbers, and maybe I'll move around our cameras spots. So maybe we'll all follow along. So we're not complete idiots, but let's go ahead and do that first. So I would assume here in just a minute and a half, we're going to get on the NRFI game. And so we can kind of watch along with that as we do that. So let's go ahead and do it as we have another saloon shot coming in from Nonsense McGee. Shout out to you. I believe 1-1 on your daily dinger on that one. So very nice. The over under 7 dingers from Wrigley Field today.
Wind is blowing out.
Hey,
So
yeah.
You want to update? Top of the first, 2 outs. Bo Bichette just struck out.
It's already going?
Yeah.
wow, it started early.
Wow. That umpire was ready.
When you have Cabrera who's just throwing heat.
All right. So
I like Moises Ballesteros. I like him to go yard in that one. I think we had him on our list the other day. He has a great matchup today against Singa, whatever you say.
real quick, we do have a question in from Scotty. Do we decide the saloon has a time limit? I think he's referring to the 1 year expiration, right?
Oh yeah, for as far as your mug picture.
Yeah. We got to figure out how.
We got to figure that out. Yeah. It's still in process.
I think I have
still in committee.
Yeah.
I think I have dates in my computer that I probably could pull up to where I made the graphic. So that could tell us when it was. And we'll do 1 year from on there. And then maybe I'll start putting I don't want to make it completely just like so generic where we have like a time and a date stamp on there. So I don't want to do that, but I do want to clean up the thing. We have a new edition. It's getting a little jumbled on the bottom. If you know, you know.
Yeah, I think Kim and I are the only ones that are in currently this year as far as renewing our mug membership.
Yeah. No, I got in this year.
And Miss Nonsense hasn't bet since she got in. So that's one way to do it. She's got to do it again to get back in. So I really like today's mug that we'll show here in just a second. All right. So watch it along on that one. We do have 2 strikes. Is that on Francisco Lindor? Francisco?
Yep. Francisco Lindor, 2-2 with 2 outs.
Fun to say. What movie is that?
Who?
Francisco. Francisco.
I don't know, but we just
That's
watched.
Fun to say.
We just watched The Princess Bride the other night for the umpteenth millionth time.
Oh man, he just hit a double off the wall. Sheesh. All right, so I cannot believe nobody knows what that's from. That is from Buddy the Elf. Screw you guys. I'm gonna go move on. All right, so let's go to this one. This is the spinner. So anybody want a number 1, 2, or 3? Speak up now.
3.
3. Mark.
Raysdale, Praisdale.
I'll let you pick, DG. Go ahead.
All right, I'll take 2. Why not? All right, so you got 1. So Mark's 1, I am 2, Robbie's 3. Let's spin the wheel.
That's the slowest wheel I've ever
Hey!
Dude, this is so rigged.
Literally, you saw me push the button. All right, we have 3 outs in the top of the first, moving down to the bottom. All right, so I now need to know who is next. I'm going to remove some numbers and just go 2 numbers here. So I'm going to do same numbers, but we're going to now do 1 for Mark, 2 for Robbie. Deal?
Yep.
All right, here we go.
Went a lot faster that time, surprisingly.
All right, so you're 3, Robbie.
Okay.
All right, so I am 1.
Here's the order right here for the way we're lined up right now.
Well, that worked. That worked. And we'll make Mark 2, and then we'll go Robbie 3 on this one. But do we want to start before the NRFI's out of the way?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, it's still on my
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm going to take notes on this one because I don't want to forget. So I'm going to start this. Here we go. And I want to make sure we can clip this.
You got the number one spot.
I know.
Yeah.
So we are Weekday Wagers. We're doing a Major League Baseball draft, and we're going to draft from the all-time list, no active players to date. And so if they are active right now, we are off the board, not draftable. We're going to do 3 players, 3 fielders, 3 hitters, and then 2 pitchers. You can pick any player you want as long as you fill up your draft, right? You can't just do 3 pitchers and be a dummy. You lose a spot and you automatically lose. So I'm going to start us off, and we're going this order. I am going to start off with somebody I feel like I had to steal, and that's going to be Tony Gwynn. I felt like I would have to steal him from certain people, and so I'm going to start off with this guy and Tony Gwynn. Mark?
Well, to say that Tony Gwynn wasn't number 1 on my draft board would be a lie, because he was. I'm going to have to go with the backup. Who's that number 8 dude? Oh, that's right. Cal Ripken Jr.
Okay. I'm shocked that you went Cal Ripken Jr.
I'm shocked you went Tony Gwynn. That was a little cheap shot.
I like Cal Ripken. I love Cal Ripken Jr. I named my first dog I had Ripken for that reason. Ripken Callie, to be exact. But I don't know if he's the guy. I think he's just the Iron Man. But
He's
I don't know.
Iron Man, but he was always part of a winning culture, winning mindset.
Okay.
Yeah, I like him for both in the field and for hitting.
All right. Well, let's go number 3. Robbie, you are on the clock. What you got?
Yeah, luckily in this draft, PEDs don't matter. So Robbie's Roid Warriors is going to start off with Barry Bonds.
That's nice.
Robbie's Roy Warriors. All right, that one got me. All right, well, now we'll go to round 2, and you'll start us off now, Mark. What you got?
Let me get the other half of that Roid Warrior. Mark McGwire.
All right, I like that. Anybody? Sammy Sosa next? Anyone? All right, what you got now, Robbie? Your number 2 pick. You already got Bonds. What you got now?
I can't go Babe Ruth because he's a traitor. I'm going to go Randy Johnson because he wore number 51, and that's my number. So give me Randy Johnson.
All right, man. I don't know where to go with this one. Let me find my I was about to say, where did my phone go? I have all my guys on my list, guys. Let's not get crazy. All right. You took Barry Bonds from me. I am going to go with another guy who I think has probably people loved him, but I think that he was still underappreciated with really how good he was, both in the field, but also his bat, and that is Ken Griffey Jr. I think people loved him, but I thought he was just cool, but not really how good he was, just because he was a cool person. And so I think all the kids loved him. So I'm going to go Griffey here. All right. So, Rob, you're going to lead us off in this one. What you got, man?
I'm going to go Hank Aaron for my next pick.
God damn it. All right. So that's fine. I got backups. Not a big deal. All right. Well, fine. You want to do that one to me? See how you like this one. I'm going to go Pedro Martinez here for my pitcher, because Pedro, one, there's nobody else in the world who throws a splitter like Pedro. He had his fingers clipped so he could get his fingers around that ball to be able to grip it deeper, and just, it's the only reason I threw a sinker in high school, and it was honestly my favorite pitch. It was my out pitch. So I love Pedro for that reason. So I'm going to go Pedro. All right, what you got, Mark?
Give me Greg the Professor Maddox.
You, dude.
Dude was absolutely amazing.
I went Pedro because I thought nobody would take Maddox.
Dude, the way he would he was playing 4D chess while everybody else was playing tic-tac-toe. It was insane what he did to set batters up.
Okay, whatever. Still pissed. All right. So I think now we're back to me going first again. All right. So I have one pitcher, two batters. I think my batter is safe. I am going to go with a pitcher. And speaking of Greg Maddux, one of his favorite pitchers of all time, a guy who he said would just dominate it no matter what you did to him, no matter who was up, you were scared. And that was Nolan Ryan. And so I'm going to go with Nolan Ryan here as my pitcher. Mark.
I like it. And so I've got one. Wait a minute. What do I have? I've got a batter left and a pitcher left, right?
That's correct.
Do I go with Ozzy? You know what? Let me go with the next purest hitter to ever play the game, and that's Rod Carew. 328 career hitter. Dude was the smoothest pure hitter ever. In fact, he was so good, Tony Gwynn would oftentimes try to replicate what Rod Carew was doing.
He did it better. It was a good pick, but he did it better. So that's why I got Tony Gwynn first. Not a big deal. All right. What you got there, Rob? Fourth pick, you have Barry Bonds, Randy Johnson, Hank Aaron. So you need one of each.
I'm going to go Cy Young. You can't have an all-time list without adding Cy Young to this. So give me Cy Young as my other one.
That was actually
I like
my
that.
next pick.
I thought about putting a limit on this. Like, all right, you can't go back the past like 60, right? Just because baseball was a little different back then, and that's the whole reason. But I didn't want to do that because just in case people want to go and pick people that are older. You never know. All right, so it looks like now, Mark, you are up with the last pick.
Give me Roger Clemens.
Okay.
Dude was just pure power. And mean as hell, to be honest. He would just attack batters. I loved it.
All right. I like it. Robbie.
Albert Pujols.
Okay.
Oh, good call.
All right. We're going to hit the teams in just a second. I'm going to give my last one, and I have to have a hitter. I'm going to go with somebody that honestly was one of my favorite players ever. Not Cal Ripken Jr. because you already took him. I wouldn't have picked him. I would have picked this guy over him no matter what, and that was Chipper Jones. He was a guy that was voted into in his first year into the Hall of Fame for a reason. Swing was so sweet, could hit for high average. Literally, you're going to have a tough time getting my team out, and we're going to get you out a lot because we got strike throwers. So I have a team of Tony Gwynn, Ken Griffey Jr., and Chipper Jones, led by two pitchers of Pedro Martinez and Nolan Ryan. Mark has Cal Ripken Jr., Mark McGwire, Rod Carew, and his two pitchers, which are really good, are Greg Maddux and Roger Clemens. All right, the Roy Robbies are Barry Bonds, Hank Aaron, and Albert Pujols, which honestly, like those guys could drop the wood, man. And then Randy Johnson and Cy Young. I like it. All right, let us know who you pick. If you had to pick one of us three, our teams, that's our three teams. I thought it was a good, fun thing to do to put together. All right, Mark.
Joe says Robbie has a good team. My team's gonna bet 156.
Yeah. That's funny. All right, Mark, update on your NRFI.
Yeah, we got runners at first and third, 2 outs, bottom of the first, 2 balls, 2 strikes. That's why I love the little 6-out sweat.
All right, the heartbeat is pumping, man. We're getting going. We're trying to figure it out.
Pre-workout, it finally killed me. I thought I was about to have, whatever they call.
All right. So we have Kodai Senga with 2 strikes and 2 balls on Sia Suzuki.
Joe just said somebody scored.
Oh,
Joe is like from the future.
Did Moises hit a home run?
Oh, Suzuki just hit a single to right field.
Well, damn it. That was close.
Hey, I didn't bet it this time, Martin. You can't blame me. I didn't tail it.
We picked Jose Canseco. I saw him actually play when he was
Same noise for Jose Canseco too, right out the dome.
dude. When they finally got him off those PEDs and he tried to prove that he could still play ball after that, he was just a shell of what he used to be.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Joe says Robbie's team wins. I do like Robbie's team. Bonds, Hank Aaron, and Albert Pujols, but I don't know about I'm very somebody just dropped a bomb. It's 4-0. My God. About your guy, Ballas,
Power.
whatever.
Cash that ticket. I played it personally. So
Ballesteros, is that right?
yeah.
Ballesteros?
Yeah. Yes, sir. I hope somebody in this chat played that. Hell yeah.
That is awesome. All right, that's fun. That's nice. All right, I saw that go deep, 365 to left field, man. That's nice. All right, so Moises, I think I had him on one of the daily dingers, and I literally butchered his name, so I just stuck to Moises. Biased.
Moist.
I saw it. Yeah, I tried to even do the pronunciation guide. Bias. And I was just like, I couldn't even say it right with the pronunciation. Yeah.
Poor Joe thought he was getting pulled over when you hit the siren noise.
Yes, we are. All right. Well, let's continue this thing, and as always on a Friday, we try to see if you can get into the saloon. And so the saloon is it's a rare place. I can only get into it once that I've seen. I'm bringing some walks today though, so I have a really good chance. But Miss Kim's our newest member. We'll see how her mug looks right after this. All right, Miss Kim has the mug of cats here as we're looking at it. What does that even say? It's festive felines and fine brews. Yeah, so that's where we're at with her fifth. And honestly, at this point, like I don't know what we do with her in the saloon. I think she has an automatic entry at this point.
Is there as many cats on that mug as she has mugs in the saloon? I mean,
she needs that infinity glove like Thanos in the Avengers.
Yeah, she has a lifetime membership
for every stone she's collected.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. But anyway, that is where we're at with the mugs. This is her new fifth. If you're looking at the bottom of the screen, that is her on the bottom. Nothing to do with me other than like I got my one mug.
I love how you're kind of mug adjacent to I'm almost at two.
Right. Yeah. I thought about sliding hers into my area and just like looking like maybe one of us has 6. We're not sure if one has 3, the other has 3, or what we're doing. So yeah, that's it. All right. Well, let's get to our saloon shots. And Rob, you are the first one of the panel, but not the inaugural person to get in. That is Joe Neuenfeld, everybody. Everybody, a round of applause. All right, let's get over that. Let's go, Rob. What you got, man?
Yeah, man, I already talked about Nick Kurtz. It's big Amish night. Everybody's getting a bobblehead, so he's going yard. And then I'm taking Ben Rice again. I told y'all yesterday on the show, I was like, well, Ben Rice doesn't look good, but everybody and their brother was on him the day before. So, of course, he went yard yesterday going against Michael Waka Waka. He's 0 for 3, but that's not a big enough sample size. Waka throws that fastball and changeup 34% of the time. Rice has 3 home runs off the fastball, 1 off the changeup. I think Rice stays hot, and I'm going to pair him with Nick Kurtz. I was going to put Moises in, but, that game was already happening, so I couldn't do that.
Well, I'm glad you didn't cheat. That's cool. That would have been what I thought Mark would have done. So I'm glad you held your morals and your standards.
What a jerk.
All right, I'm going to go with mine. I'm going to go with 2+ walks parlay for all of these guys. So if you'll walk with me here, we're going to go with Tanner Bybee, Bubba Chandler, Michael Waka Waka, and then Jansen Junk. If you're looking at the top 3, Bybee, Chandler, Waka, they all have -150, -180 is their 2+. walks here on DraftKings, where you're going to be able to find this. Jansen Junk is at plus 138, I believe, which helps us get over the 1,000. I like Jansen Junk just as much as these minus 180 plays. I think Jansen Junk has a night where he's going to give up two walks here, and that is the reason that this thing pushes up over 1,000. But I love it. If you want to do a play on your own for just Jansen Junk, go ahead and do that, because I believe he's going up against, is it Milwaukee that he's going up against tonight? Yes, it is.
Yes.
Junk, yes. Yeah, because I got Jack Bauer hitting a home run off of him.
Yeah, Milwaukee is crazy good against just overall crazy good against drawing walks, especially the right-handed pitching. So on the season, in away games, they've drawn 2+ in every single game. Against right-handed pitching, they average 2.2 a game. So I'm telling you, going up, Milwaukee walks like crazy. So I think Junk gets it done, and he did it last game against Detroit Tigers. So why not?
I like that parlay, actually. Like, I really like that one, considering those guys are going to be facing today. That's actually solid work.
All right, well, that's all we got today. See everybody later. I'm kidding. I just figured that, thought the show was done. I got a little saloon love.
You got the Robbie endorsement.
Right. I'm just done. I'm good. Get a smoke or something. All right. What you got here, Mark?
Let's go with the little hoops and diamonds. And I'm going to take the Charlotte Hornets on an alt line at -6.5. Why? Because they have absolutely dominated Orlando the last 3 times they've met, beating them by double digits all 3 times. Love this spot for the Charlotte Hornets to get it done. And then I'm taking the Golden State Warriors just to win this game against Phoenix. Look, Phoenix is toast. The Warriors they're on life support as it is. This is Curry's kind of last stage. They're not going to make it any further through the playoffs. This is the one they have to do. They get the job done. And I'm taking the Dodgers just to win on the money line. Why? Because why not? I already have them winning by at least 2.5 runs. And the Athletics. This is the first time the Athletics have actually owned first place in the regular season since 2021. They are playing out of their mind right now. I love this spot, especially against a White Sox team that they should be able to handle and beat handedly.
Nice. I like it. All right. I think we have a really good shot. I do want to bring attention to one of these plays, though. And honestly, Rob, I think you're going to figure out there's something going on. Sky brings up a good point. The Daily Dinger video is up. You chose 2 guys from the Daily Dinger video. Explain yourself.
Do you want to know how the sauce is made on the Daily Dingers? I stay up late at night checking matchups, and because I can't video myself, I send them
edit this?
to DG.
How do we get out of this?
Cut the button.
Yeah, this is a team effort, okay? Just let everybody know. I get lots of help from Robbie, and so Scotty. I will say that I am the man on the video. I am not always the brains behind this.
That's called Mr. Predicto, by the way.
Yeah. Well, Mr. Predicto does his own thing. I'm just going to be very honest. Like, that is what it is. I still do get some suggestions, and a lot of times I try to do the work to try to figure out why Robbie might like this guy. Or, honestly, some of them are my own as well, which is fine. Yeah. Not few and far between. Okay, let's just be honest. But we do have the same platform, so we'll look at it together, and I'll look through why he likes a certain guy, and I'll find my own. But yes, 2 of the guys, yeah.
Legal just called me. Apparently, we'll all have to have a meeting afterwards about spilling sauce secrets.
Yeah, can't keep doing this.
Well, I'll just get in line behind his mascot, stuff. Just add me to the list.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's get out of here, boys. But we can't get out of here before we talk about WrestleMania weekend. Just like Rick Funcannon came in here and said, "Happy Mania weekend." All right, Mark, what's the favorite thing you're looking forward to this weekend for WrestleMania?
It's not going to be on my TV.
If you need a way to watch it, just
go.
Can't wait. Rob, honestly, WrestleMania the lead up has been interesting. And I know there's a lot of people who don't really love wrestling, which is completely fine. But WrestleMania, I always watch. I always watch on the Royal Rumble. So those two events I'm always going to watch. Usually I'm always going to watch the ladder match with the cases.
Oh, Money in the Bank.
Money in the Bank. God, I don't know why I drew a blank there. Those are my three favorite, personal favorite. I watch them because they're enjoyable. But overall, is there anything you're looking forward to with this WrestleMania?
It's actually a lot. I've liked a lot of the build-ups, and I was texting my best friend. We always text back and forth wrestling. And when the McAfee came out and did that stuff with Orton, I really thought it was cool. I was into it, and then all of a sudden, all the backlash that it received, I'm like, am I out of touch with wrestling fans now, or am I the old guy? Because I thought it was actually really cool what they were doing, and it made me actually more interested in that storyline. I'm into that. I think Roman and CM Punk have done great work on the mic. I think that's a great build-up. And then my youngest son, Finn, who is named after Finn Balor, can't wait to see him dress up like a demon and come out. So Finn is very, very much excited for Finn Balor. We've had to listen to his theme song every day on the way to school this week. So, yeah, I'm pumped for WrestleMania. I think they've done really well building it up.
Yeah, I think they've done a decent job. I wouldn't say really well, in my opinion. I think they're trying to do whatever they can. It should be interesting to say the least. And so,
considering what they've done, I say really well, but that bar is really low considering how they've been as of late. So that's why I'm saying really well for them.
Okay. It makes complete sense. I'm excited about, honestly, the Roman CM Punk thing. I'm kind of hoping that Roman squashes CM Punk. And becomes back to the head of the table. I hope he squashes him, sends CM Punk off for a few months. I think he could use rest and let it build to bring him back. I think that would be exciting. But yeah, Pat McAfee involved, Jelly Roll's involved. There's so much involved with that, and they're trying to go outside, right? And there's now rumors that Randy Orton can't even wrestle. So maybe they figure out a way that Pat McAfee gets in and wrestles for the belt. I'm not sure what they're doing. There's some rumors behind it. There's also a lot of rumors after WrestleMania, what could happen behind the scenes. There's a lot of stuff going on that's actually like business stuff, not anything to do with storylines, the actual business. Right. So plus the rumors of possibly Vince McMahon coming out during WrestleMania weekend. That would be shocking. There's a lot that's going on with it, and there's a lot that I'd be shocked about if it happened. So I'm excited overall. So
Jay Uso was on camera on the Rapper show, and I guess they had I don't, it's wrestling, so you take it with a grain of salt. But I thought that was really well done as well. Him and Cameron on each other.
Yeah, I thought it was cool, and I guarantee that that guy, I can't even say his name right. That guy was like, "Please, let's get into it. We'll get some buzz about it." And if you watch, he grabs him from over the table, and it was an easy way to get him over, even though it looks bad, but it's the wrestling way. Like you're safe. So it was really cool. Anyway, it's all
real quick because I got to hype up WrestleMania. I got to do something similar with Jeff Jarrett, where I got to like sled push him out of a radio studio, and it was awesome because I sled pushed him. We go into the next room. He goes, "Okay, you can let up now." I went full on with it.
I like that. I had no idea.
Yeah.
That's cool. All right. Well, I've never been in a wrestling ring. I want to get into at some point. Mark, have you ever been in a wrestling ring?
No.
Didn't think so. That's okay. All right. Last question, Robbie. Is it deserving that Stephanie McMahon's going into the Hall of Fame?
Yeah, I think so. She's done a lot on camera and off camera for that company. She's done a whole lot, and I think she's genuinely a good person. When you don't look at her character, I think she's genuinely one of the nicest people, especially from everybody I've ever heard talk about her in interviews.
Yeah, I agree. I think she is one of the good ones, and I think that her heart's in the right place. And here, I just watched her interview with on her show. I can't remember what it's about or what the name of it is.
What's the story? I think
that's
the name of her show. Yeah,
she's the host. This time they flipped it and made her the guest and brought in her husband, Paul Levesque, which is Triple H, to interview her. And it was good. They went down memory lane. It wasn't a interview. It was more of, we're just going to talk and talk about wrestling, watch some stuff. So it was really cool to see all that. So WrestleMania should be a great time. We don't talk about wrestling a ton here, even though me and Rob enjoy wrestling from time to time. We talk about it some, but it's WrestleMania weekend, so we're going to talk about it. But Mark, you're not a wrestling fan. What are you doing this weekend? You got to be doing something around music, right?
Oh yeah, we got a double booked for tomorrow. So we're actually playing a gig tomorrow afternoon, and then we headline tomorrow night here in Central New York. So if you're in the Syracuse area, come on out, check us out. Find us over at SideQuest over on Facebook.
Nice. All right, well, check it out. Nothing better than some side quests. We might get some the tunes every now and then added into some side quest tunes into the show.
Speaking of side quests, Mark and I are going to film our NHL preview, and it should be dropping tomorrow. So we're going to go over the Stanley Cup playoffs. I will have a play on that show for one of the games tomorrow, so be sure to tune into that. Probably going to drop tomorrow morning, Mark?
Yeah, we'll tape it tonight. Make sure everything's all done as far as post-production, and it'll be probably ready to go sometime around 7:30 Eastern Standard Time tomorrow morning.
Who are my Ducks playing?
The Oilers.
Colorado. Oh, that's right. The Oilers. The Kings are in Colorado.
Right. Yeah. The Ducks, Oilers, and then we'll take down the Mammoth after they upset the Knights. We're practically back in the Stanley Cup. Right there, knocking on the door.
Good luck with whoever comes out of that top bracket.
And that's why DG's probably not going to be breaking down the NHL hockey playoffs with us.
Well, if y'all don't pick the Ducks, I don't know if that video sees the light of day. So choose wisely, boys. I have a button to push over here that might work. All right, that's all we got for Robbie and Mark. I'm DG. Thank you all for hanging out with us, and hopefully this is part of the day that is a better part of your day. Enjoy the weekend. We'll see y'all around.